Welcome back to the Hardcore series. We left off last episode starting the hard mode Carapax solo grind for the Fractured Staff of Armadyl. I need 3 pieces and each piece is 1 in 450 per drop pile, so with 3 drop piles per kill it should be a rate of 1 in 150 per kill. I get about 8 kills per hour with my setup, so this grind statistically should take a good 60 hours or so and about 3 Slayer assignments of Nodon Dragonkin to complete. Or who knows, maybe I'll straight up spoon all 3 pieces and would be done in a week. And there we go, it's the first piece of the Staff of Armadyl done! Yes, this is a Fractured Staff, and I've moved house so there's dogs in the background. Heads up for that. Let's just check the kill count on that real quick. Carapax, 96 hard mode kills just before the 100 KC. Nice, under drop rate. Whoa, that's 2 out of 3 for the Fractured Staff of Armadyl already. I just got that first one earlier today. Are you kidding me? What is the kill count on that? 113 kills. That is literally 17 kills from the last piece. That's 2 out of 3 for the Fractured Staff of Armadyl. Done already. Awesome. No way did that just happen. Are you kidding me? I got all 3 pieces of the Staff of Armadyl in like one day? That's ridiculous. Let's take a look at the final kill count, I guess. Oh man, this is unbelievable. Carapax, 144 kills, hard mode solos, and I've got a Fractured Staff of Armadyl. That is unbelievably lucky. I'm under drop rate for a single piece. Like, are you kidding me? Like, should I finish this hour just to go for the pet? No, screw that. I'm done. I want to be done with Carapax hard mode. This was so much faster than I thought it was gonna take. I don't even know what to say. Like, what, do I just make the thing blood diet and then call it a day? Like, what? Did that just happen? Okay, the perking up of this Staff of Armadyl is going to be a little convoluted here, but let's go ahead and do the first step, which is crafting the Fractured Staff of Armadyl. Boom! There's a tier 95 staff with the best spec in the freaking game. I swear it's the most overpowered thing they've ever come out with on a weapon. But let's augment it and dye it first, I guess. There's the blood dye. Yes, I understand what I'm doing. Ooh, that's a blood-dyed Fractured Staff of Armadyl. Let's just put it on. Take a look at it. Oh, that just looks sick. Oh, to have a blood-dyed Fractured Staff of Armadyl on a hardcore Ironman. The color works with the red skull. It's just so awesome. I'm using an equipment separator on this augmented offhand ascension crossbow. I think it's just, I don't want to grind out another Aftershock 4 Equilibrium 2. I don't really use ranged anymore for anything but like ED2. So it's just worth it to get this on the staff. Then Precise 6 Ruthless 1, just got that. That's what the invention potion was for. Ooh, and I saved the equipment separator. That's cool. There we go, that's a perked up, perfect augmented Fractured Staff of Armadyl blood dyed. Just an amazing weapon to finally have on the account. I say finally, I got completely spoon-fed on this thing. 144 hard mode kill solos. Like, I can't complain about any bad luck ever on this account anymore. I mean, I didn't get the pet, which, I mean, would have been nice, but cool. And pet off of the drop log at Carapax on the hardcore. Oh, what am I going to do next? Oh, and if you'll believe it, that Fractured Staff of Armadyl I got in a single Slayer task. I had a task of 180 Nodon Dragonkin, and I got the full staff in one Slayer task. So I think I'm going to go back to Slayer and go for Dagonoth Slayer tasks and Dinosaur Slayer tasks, because I need to get me a Reaver's Ring, because I don't have a Grim, so I could use all the crit chance I can get. Well, and that's another thing I was going to mention. Like, I needed to start looking out for some Solak teams to start actually going for the Grim, because that's going to make the staff way more powerful. Hello, that's a Wyvern crossbow. I thought I was going to get this eventually, but cool. That's a tier 85 two-handed crossbow. Not particularly useful, but a neat drop. At least for the drop log, right? I was at about 2,140 living Wyverns. Not all on task, because I usually just stay the full hour of penance after completing each task, so mostly off task. Probably a pretty decent low kill count to get that drop. Whoa, okay, there's an inert black stone crystal drop. It's not on the floor, right? I can teleport out. Cool, that's the pet from ED2 done. That's a nice pet to have out of the way. Yeah, pretty low kill count too. It doesn't broadcast the kill count for some reason, but Blackstone Dragon, 76 solos for the inert Blackstone Crystal, before the Barge Codex, of course. And this is what the chest looks like. Didn't double? Can pets double? I forget. But yeah, 907 Draconic Energy so far. I'm gonna be doing Dragon and Gemstone Dragon tasks at ED2 until I get the Greater Barge Codex, because that's just such a must-have. But yeah, nice pet to get out of the way. One thing about having a Fractured Staff of Armadyl on an Ironman especially is you gotta put in the time to get a ton of runes, like blood runes, water runes, soul runes. My blood rune stack was looking a tad low at about 40,000, so I decided to go and get my third Grasping Rune Pouch. Since the Wilderness rework, you can basically choose to get a rune pouch done in a stressful 4-hour grind or a relaxed, safe 5-hour grind. I chose the safe route, because I want to be making more blood runes anyway, and believe it or not, there are still people that PK here. So no demonic scroll for me. Went ahead and crafted that third rune pouch, which means I'll be able to have the runes for Disruption Shield, Smoke Cloud, Blood Barrage, and pretty much any spell that I could possibly need at any boss between all 3 Grasping Rune Pouches. These are the stacks of runes I'm starting with for using the Fractured Staff of Armadyl. I'll still want to be doing my daily rune shop runs to keep the elemental rune stacks high. It's good to know I have over 100,000 blood runes to work with. Those can be an issue to upkeep. I thought the internet connection at the new house I'm at was stable enough to do a hard mode Zuck run for a Tribord Cape, but on literally the first wave, I had a big disconnection that logged me off. Luckily my character somehow logged off after signing and not dying, but that was a terrifying close call, and I've decided to wait to do anything dangerous until I have a more stable internet connection. Should only be a few days, and there's lots of safe stuff to do in the meantime. But man, that was just so scary thinking about all the gear and stuff that I would have lost to something so stupid. One safe thing to do was to go ahead and finish 120 Slayer, Farming, and Herblore. I got all 3 120s at the same time, but the broadcasts didn't work right, so I got completely scammed out of my 120 Herblore and Slayer broadcasts, which is really frustrating considering all the trouble I went through to get all 3 levels at the same time. Oh well, at least I'm done with skilling. The only skill I have left is Dungeoneering, but I don't really have any reason to train it, so I'll probably just ignore it completely. Got the 120 Herb Cape, which means I can batch make overloads, and that's super nice for an Ironman especially because you get so many more overloads that way. Got the 120 Slayer Cape, which lets me pick my Slayer assignment sometimes. Gonna be using that for Abyssal Lords for a Scourge, Cal fights for those boss pets, and a bunch of other super useful Slayer tasks. 120 Farming Cape automatically super composts farming patches, which is nice and convenient, I guess. I can finally put Malatops in my Ranch at a Time pens for extended barricades, and those extended barricades are nice for Virago and mine tanking Solak. Hey, there's a Nilla Jenkins component scavenging proc. Finally, it's been forever since I had one of those. Just back at Capsarius because it's a nice, easy AFK way to not die while having internet issues. So yeah, and I'm gonna have to do hundreds of hours of this at some point anyway. So good to get some of these hours out of the way. Hey, there we go. Oh, Croesus is enriched root. Hold up, I got the pet on the hardcore instead of pub stomp. Well, that's cool. That's actually a really nice pet to get done. It's 1 in 1,000, a threshold of 500, and it can take a long time to get unlucky. So, good to get done, but could have used that on a pub stomp. I'm literally this pet and then the Zuck pet off of getting Insane Final Boss back. Got the internet stability issue resolved, so I headed back to hard mode Zuck. Did a couple of practice runs on pub stomp and got a Magma Tempest ability codex, which is funny considering how dry I was for the first one of those on that account. The waves are pretty chill with Crypt Bloom and Animate Dead, so not much to show there. Took it nice and easy with the 2-cycle throne DPS checks so I could ensure I had high adrenaline for the flawless run on the challenges. The first challenge is always the trickiest one, which is nice because if you screw up you can teleport out, and if you fail you don't lose a whole lot of time. The second challenge is a joke if you use Omnipower and Wild Magic in a Sunshine, and if that doesn't do it, there's always the trusty G-Staff EOF. The third challenge is barely worth mentioning because you can just cade through it. Got my Malatops perk all set to go, so that's like an 18-second Cade. Easily enough to cheese the challenge and then some. Was about 40k damage away from one-cycling the Hurricane, which is pretty nice considering no Grim or Raver's Ring. I did not expect to be that close to a one-cycle with this gear, but man, that FSOA just carries so much DPS. All you do for the Zuck fight is just do your FSOA rotation, then you do pizza phase, rinse and repeat. The Limitless Sigil is so nice with tendrils to pump up the adrenaline after staff specking. I forgot a stamina potion and didn't realize until I was literally at the pillar phase, so a little bit of a panic set in at that point. I kept calm and walked with Reflect up to gain back some energy to finish off the last bit, so luckily I didn't have to repeat the whole thing due to that silly mistake. No drop of course, but that is a flawless hard mode run done, which means I can use the Igneous Stone to finally upgrade my melee cape, and also combine all 3 capes into the Igneous Cal Zuck, which just becomes the cape you use everywhere with all 3 styles. And I think that's enough progress for one episode. Holy cow, we got an entire FSOA, 2 boss pets, and the best cape in the game, so see you next time where hopefully we can break into some group PvM content.